BART trains are on schedule more than 95% of the time, but when there's a problem with the train,
2575 flipper door bypass to the closed position.
it can create cascading delays, especially along the heavily traveled Pittsburgh Bay Point line. These workers are doing something about it.
Because this is the biggest track project we've had in a decade.
This is the Central Contra Costa County crossover project. The workers are adding special track work between the Walnut Creek and Pleasant Hill stations to allow a train to cross from one track to another.
Because trains are on what they call a fixed guideway, their wheels don't allow them to turn or pass other trains, so they're stuck on that section of track until they come to what they call the crossover. The crossover allows them to change over to a different track.
If there's a problem on a section of track, the crossover allows trains to bypass the trouble spot and allows repair crews to get to it.
Having that crossover between Walnut Creek and Pleasant Hill, as I said, it allows us to maintain our normal schedule of 15-minute headways without impacting or delaying, and still take this track out of service so they can accomplish that work during what we call revenue hours, or when we're actually hauling passengers, and still allow our passengers to get where they want to go on time.
The crossover will also increase the number of seats for passengers during peak commute hours by allowing trains to turn back and service the most heavily used stations. The $38 million project is being paid for in part with $13 million in federal stimulus funds. That money has put local people to work.
Anything that they can do to promote public transit and make it more efficient, run more lines, I'm all in favor of. I think it's a great idea.
While the work is underway, BART will shut down train service between Walnut Creek and Pleasant Hill over Memorial Day weekend. Buses will carry passengers between the two stations, just as they did the last weekend in March.
We believe that it'll be minimal inconvenience for our riders, and certainly the inconvenience is worth the long-term benefits that the crossover will provide for the system.
Construction is expected to be complete by 2011. For more information, click on the link in the text version of this story. Jim Allison, BART TV News.